Well, hello there guys, Rider VM here, and today I'm gonna be beginning a new playthrough of another Konami NES game, but this game was only released in Japan. And this game's name is Konami Wai Wai World. When translated, that kind of means Konami Crazy World. Now, to summarize this, this game is the first kinda major crossover of popular Konami IPs at the time. So the storyline is, to simplify, all of the major Konami heroes have been kidnapped, and then it's up to Konami Man and Konami Lady to save everyone, and then do the primary thing and save the world. So okay, this game is a two-player. So there are three things. The one is for information about the other characters and life restoration. The second one is for going into different places or time periods depending on your perspective in order to save other heroes. Number 3 cannot be accessed now and can only be accessed once all the heroes have all been saved. So okay, at first glance there seems to be let's just say open-ended, but sadly in reality the game is kind of like Symphony of the Night. You just cannot access everything, and there is some sort of orderliness or pattern before you could save everybody. At now, the easiest level is Goemon's world, aka Kid Ying's world, the main character in Mystical Ninja. Or you could also start by saving Simon Belmont from Castlevania. But since the first one is the easiest to save is Goemon, we're gonna save him first. Now the game, yeah, if you remember my earlier playthroughs, you might remember me finishing Getsu Fuuma Den. He's also in this game. Unfortunately, it's gonna be the last part. It's gonna be the later part of the playthrough. So anyway, here's kind of the game works. It's kind of plays similar to Getsu Fuuma Den, but in a different way, not exactly. Anyway, here are all the let's explain about the stuff found in the top of the screen. First, you see only 2 icons. Well, this is because we can only play as 2 characters now, Konami Man and Konami Lady. If we wanted to change characters, all we need to do is press up and then press the A button. And while they're playing, they have different theme songs. Their theme songs will play. Also, they have their own separate life bars, so it's important to know that. Okay, here we go, one of the places that you could access. Dice, and simply put, you're gonna choose whether it's even or odd. Cho is odd, and Ha is odd. Or even, sorry. Chu. Okay. Cho. Never mind. So anyway, well, we basically run out of rockets. Actually, those rocket things are actually the currency in the game. Then here we go with the slot machine. Anyway, you only need 10 missile to drop 1. Oh, wait, wait, what? Oh yeah, I have 8, less than 10. Okay, so my apologies for that, so perhaps next time. So okay, what is the goal on every level? Well, the goal is simply put, we just need to find where all the heroes are captured and then try to save them. And generally, when they are captured, they are locked up in a cage, and in order to get them out of the cage, you need to get the key. So generally how the levels work in this game is, simply put, find where the heroes is, find the boss, and then get the key from them and then save the heroes, and then go back to the earliest part of the level to teleport back to the professor's laboratory. And as you can see, some of the enemies are actually from multiple games. If you remember that ninja thing, these ninja things are actually from Getsu Fuuma Den, if you remember my playthrough earlier. So anyway, this is one of my favorite family computer games when I was still young, so I still kind of remember some stuff but not totally. Anyway, so I guess I totally forgot a lot of stuff, so what I'm hoping is this is kind of a semi-blind playthrough. I remember finishing the game, but I really don't remember much of the details. Okay, there's that treasures. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get that for now. The only character that could open those treasure chests is actually Goemon, which means we really need to save him now. Okay, here comes the first key. So we really need that key in order to save Goemon. So, on the beginning of the game, what is the biggest difference between Konami Man and Konami Girl? Well, sadly in reality, there's almost nothing. However, later in the game, there are actually hidden items in levels that would enable us to get projectiles for each character. And surprisingly, Konami Girl's projectile is superior to Konami Man's. So, I think when we are later in the playthrough, I'll try to get it. And what I hope to happen is, okay, nice. We got a lot of hearts. I thought we were gonna die there. So the goal right now is to save the other characters, and if I remember the positions or the location of the hidden sub-weapons for our characters, we will be able to get those, hopefully. Okay, here's Goemon, AKA Kid Ying, and Mystical Ninja. So unfortunately, as you can see, there is a hidden item there, but we cannot access it yet. Unfortunately, because we would need either new characters or additional abilities for our existing characters. Now here is the treasure that I told you earlier. See, when we have gone to Goemon, he was able to unlock those things. Oh yeah, this is kind of important. This game does not have any live system. So what happens if your character, the character you're using dies? Well, unfortunately, you don't actually start from the beginning, but you stop at, let's just say, checkpoints in certain locations. So it is important here that you do not get your characters killed, because when they die, well, it's not permanent. There are multiple ways. The really long way is to have 100 rockets. Since we have 108, we can use that. So Once we go back to the laboratory, we could pay the professor 100 rockets in order to revive one character. So what happens if you have, well, if you have 8 characters, you know, the maximum, all characters possible in the game, well, then you suffer. So yeah, you suffer, but there is also another alternative way, but I can show you later in the game. Much later. So anyways, you can see this part. I haven't really shown you this part because, well, actually the levels in this game are not that straightforward. Sometimes they have multiple pathways, and we have just gotten to the left side of the levels. Alright, we're back to the teleporter. So let's go to the teleporter room again in order to save another character. So now, we're gonna save Simon Belmont. Sorry, I kept pressing the start button. Surprisingly, you don't press start in order to choose, you just press A. Of course, the simple thing is that, ignore the Dylan and Tina because I think that's the name of the translators in this game or something. But anyway, the most important part here is the characters. We have 8 characters possible, their life bars, the keys you have, and the rockets we have. But anyway, so we're gonna go to the Transylvania, I hope, in order to save Simon Belmont. Now this seriously looks like Castlevania 1. So okay, why are we going down immediately? Well, because actually going up there is where Simon Belmont has been captured, but since we do not have the key yet, it is wiser to go below because, well, that is the part where we can fight the boss and then get the key. Okay, that shining Rocket is equivalent to 100, so I just got it just for the sake of easiness later, but not totally required. It's already there anyway. Okay, now this is the weirdest thing. As you can see here, that rifle thing is actually Konami man's weapon. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get it again because we need certain very specific abilities. So unfortunately, we will not be able to get that. But later, we could get back to this location later. Yeah, those freaking fish. Here comes the boss of Castlevania. Unfortunately, it's not Dracula. I'm not sure who this guy is, but here's the boss, so... Alright, we got the second key. So now we will be able to save Simon Belmont. So let's go back. Yep, that's Dracula. Really annoying. Nah, he's just a really annoying normal enemy in this game, unfortunately. And here comes Simon Belmont. Yeah, don't ask me why did Dracula die in one shot there. Sometimes it's just a weird bug in this game. So anyway, okay, surprisingly there's a hidden step here that contains Simon Belmont's weapon. Wow, there's a lot of the bats here are stupid annoying. So unfortunately, as you can see here, only the actual character could get that. So once we get to Simon Belmont, we can now get. Okay, so secondly, this game has another secret. Every level actually has a secret teleportation. Although the game actually usually requires us to go back to the beginning of the level. I think not in every level in this game actually has a secret teleportation. And the secret teleportation is in there. So anyway, now let's restore our life. Okay, let's look at our characters. Konami Man can use the beam, and that is the weapon that we found in Simon Belmont's forget it. The Castlevania level. Okay? But unfortunately, okay, as also another hint, you can fly, but again, it's hidden in another level and we cannot access it yet. Okay, look something up. Okay, so introduction for the characters. Konami Lady. Very strong android, she had excellent shot with their AUG gun. So Goemon, he can get the question mark boxes, uses a tobacco pipe skillfully. Beckoning cat. Actually, it's not cats. It's actually money. Goemon throws money, and the only reason the game stupidly mentions cats is because, well, in Japan, cats are a symbol of luck, especially ones that with its left hand raised. Is it left hand? I think it is right hand. Okay, not sure. Let me check that again later. So anyway, her introduction. Simon Belmont uses a whip, can throw crosses. Then Getsu Fuuma. He can destroy rocks. That means not literal rocks, but more like obstacles or certain walls, okay? Mike. Okay, who's Mikey? Well, he's actually the protagonist in the Goonies. Actually, not really, but oh well. So anyway, so you got Moa, a Moai head. I don't know what game is he from, but I'm assuming he is from Gradius because Gradius has a certain affection with Moai heads. Huh. Okay. And for some reason, this game calls him DK. But as far as I know, he is based on the King Kong that Konami licensed from Universal Studios, if I remember correctly. But perhaps the contract expired or something, so he called him DK. But I don't know. Maybe it's a translation to modification. But isn't DK a Nintendo copyrighted character? So I'm just confused, man. So anyway, that is another character in this game. Of course, there's two named Dylan or Tina. In reality, it's not. Again, I guess the fan translation creator is trying to credit himself by putting this nonsensical info. But Fighter Plane, actually, Dylan is actually this Dylan entry is actually the Vic Viper entry. It's the Gradius ship. We're going to use that near the final level. Okay, here we go. Another Tina. Again, Tina is the creator of the font of the fan translation, but the reality is that this is actually supposedly the entry for Twin B, because again Twin B is in this game. Simon. Okay, so Cinnamon. Wait a second. I forgot, but anyway. Here's the guy we need to talk to if one of our other characters has died and we need to revive them. He will ask 100 missiles for... okay. Password. Okay, this game actually does not use any save files, but it only uses passwords, so... Well, that is the password, but of course, on the original Japanese version that I played since I was a child, it's Japanese characters. So okay guys, yeah, sorry for that weird introduction, but at least I have explained to you the characters available in this crossover game, Wai Wai World. So anyway guys, this is Rider VM, and we're gonna be continuing this playthrough of Wai Wai World next time. If you have enjoyed this video, you're welcome to press that like button and perhaps even subscribe to my channel. And as always, I hope that I will still see you guys in another video. Hopefully this video, so we could continue this playthrough. And next time, we're gonna save Mikey from Goonies. So, see you guys next time.